Hey everyone, and welcome to the Battle for Azeroth beta. So today I'm going to be looking at Priest because that's the class that I love. I fell in love with it back in Wrath and Cataclysm, and we're here to see the changes that they've made coming from Legion into BFA. So I'll be playing Disc because that is the specialization that I really enjoy. And straight off the bat, I can say that I'm already very happy with a lot of the changes that they've made. So let's just go through the talents and see what they've changed. So Angelic Feathers, you still have 3 charges, but it's 40% movement speed instead of 60. Desperate Prayer has returned for Disc, which is going to be a fantastic defensive cooldown for Disciplined Priests in Arena. It's so incredibly handy to have an extra 25% health. Next we've got Dispel Magic, so that's just Purge, that hasn't changed. Fade, removing all threat, that hasn't changed. Holy Nova is back for Disc, which I'm so happy with. Does it heal? Let's see, and healing all allies. Okay, so it does heal, that's good. So you're going to be able to use this for getting rogues out of stealth, you're going to be able to use this for dealing damage and healing if you can't cast, but you don't need to bomb any heals into people, which is fantastic. I've really missed this for Disc. We're bringing back some utility, which was sorely needed. Next we have Leap of Faith. That hasn't changed. Keep in mind I don't have the cooldowns memorized, so cooldowns could have changed. I'm just going off of what I remember. Levitate hasn't changed. Let's see, floating. It doesn't say taking damage will break it, however it probably does. Luminous Barrier. Okay, so that's just, let me spec out of that. Where is it? Here we go. So that is Power Word Barrier. Let's have a look. 25%, so that hasn't changed. Master Spell, I'm pretty sure at the moment is a 15-second cooldown. So if that's correct, then it's been bumped up to 45, but otherwise it is unchanged. Mass Res, the same. MC, the same. Mind Vision, same. Mindbender, the same. Let me spec out of that. And where is Shadow Fiend? Shadow Fiend is the same. Pain Sup. Pain Sup is the same, has not changed at all. Unfortunately, it hasn't changed because the talents that we have in Legion really boost Pain Sup and make it a really good defensive cooldown. For those of you who don't know, damage taken, I think it's like 50% damage or 30% of the damage taken during Pain Sup is healed. So that's fantastic, but that's gone. Penance. That has changed. I believe the cooldown is a little shorter. I think at the moment it's 12 seconds. I could be wrong. Otherwise, this is unchanged. Power Word Barrier, again unchanged. Power Word Fortitude has come back, so we get the extra 10% increased health, which is awesome. And also we are in the stat squish, so I've only got 2300 health. This is just a boosted character on the beta, so I'm sure other people will have probably around 30k with all of their proper gear. Let's have a look at someone who has gear. Yeah, 37, okay. Alright, so next. Powered Radiance, 20 seconds, healing, 6%, that has not changed. Powered Shield has changed. It no longer has a CD. So you can spam it all day, like you used to. And it looks like this is new, preventing damage from delaying spellcasting, which I don't know if it's new or not, but that's really cool. If it's new, I really like that. Psychic Scream hasn't changed. I am spec'd into it, so it still is a minute. Purge the Wicked is just... where is it? Shadow Word Pain, that hasn't changed. Purify has not changed. Rapture, this has changed, and a really good change. So instead of Rapture just making it so you can spam shields on people, which was a bit garbage, let's be honest, it now makes your shields absorb 200% more damage, which is fantastic. So if we go ahead and have a look. That's 18. Actually, I'm going to refresh it because Atonement works with Power Word Shield, as you see there, which I'll come back to later. So 2300 for an Atonement powered shield, and let's pop Rapture, and let's do it. 7,000. That is an incredible huge shield. That is going to be so good as a defensive CD. And it looked like for a second there I may have gotten a crit shield because it went up to 13,000. So I don't know if it stacked or if I got a crit. Yeah, so you can still crit shields. That's fantastic. That's very good to know. Alright, so let's see. Res has not changed. Shackle Undead has not changed. Shadowmend, let's have a look. That has not changed. Shadow Fiend, not changed. Smite has not changed. Atonement hasn't changed. Focused Will, that has not changed. The Mastery has changed, so at the moment it's just your Atonement healing. Actually, let me think. Okay. So yeah, at the moment it just increases the amount of healing that you do via Atonement, and now it increases your absorbs and healing done to people with Atonement, which I think is a much better. So if we get rid of Atonement, Shadow Man heals for. Let's actually see it here. Oh, poop. There's a crit. Anyway, you guys know what's going on. And then lastly, Power of the Dark Side has come off of the talent tree and into the baseline spec. So whenever you use this, you get a proc. It's not whenever, it's just it has a chance to. So your next penance deals more healing or damage. Boom, boom, boom. Ignore the numbers, this is a level 80 training dummy. So let's go through, let's just get rid of that. And talk about the talents real quick. So we have Castigation, that has not changed. Still, you just get an extra bolt. Twist of Fate, I believe. No, it still didn't. I don't know if it's changed tiers or not. I'm going to ignore tier changes. So Twist of Fate, that has not changed, I don't believe. Schism, I believe, has a longer cooldown now and makes you deal more damage to the target. So this could be. This could be something that we use as disc, as a way to bring back, Mind Blast effectively, because you deal so much more damage with it on there. So it could be really good in 2s, for example. Next we've got Body and Soul. So this is the same, however it can only occur once every 6 seconds now. And it is now on Shield and Leap of Faith. I don't know if that has changed to include Leap of Faith. Masochism, Shadowmend, which is just all damage you take. That has not changed. Next we have Shield Discipline. This is like the old school Rapture. So when your shield is completely absorbed, restore 0.5% of your max mana. Mindbender hasn't changed, it is the same. Solace hasn't changed, it is the same. Psychic Scream hasn't changed, it still just reduces it by 30 seconds. Dominant Mind hasn't changed, and Shining Force has not changed. Sins of the Many is new. I think this is coming from a talent tree from Legion, so your damage is increased by up to 12%, diminishing for each ally affected by your Atonement. So does that mean that's 12%? Okay. So this could also be good in 2s because you're going to have a baseline 2%. So if we just pop Boosh, you're going to have a baseline 10% extra damage the whole time. But let's see what it's competing against. So that's interesting. Could be good for leveling if you want to level as disc. Next we have Contrition. When you heal with Penance, everyone with your Atonement is healed for 200. So let's just go and pop Atonement on a couple of blokes. There we go, and now if we just do this, everyone is getting healed. And it can crit, so that is really, really good. That's going to be good for rock comps, that's going to be good for AoE healing, that's going to help a lot for disc. I really like that. And Shadow Covenant, it now has a CD. I believe it doesn't have a cooldown at the moment on live, but it looks like it is unchanged other than that. Let's see, what is it? 12% cooldown. So you can't stack the shield, which is good. Purge the Wicked. Let's have a look. Hasn't changed. It's exactly the same. So you purge the Wicked, and then you can spread it to another dude, but I guess they're not close enough. Divine Star, garbage. It is still the same. Halo, garbage. It is still the same. Purge the Wicked is going to be the go-to. They need to make these apply atonement, or people just aren't going to use them. I guess Halo could be good in raids, but I don't know, like single target. And lastly, we have on the 100 tier, Lenience. So atonement reduces damage taken by 3%. That's pretty good. So it doesn't show there, but I guess it's just baseline, so that's pretty good. It's just a flat 3% reduction. Next we have Luminous Barrier, which replaces Power Word Barrier, and it's a 3-minute cooldown is Barrier, so it's same cooldown as Barrier, but instead of you putting it on the floor and people have to stand in it, you create a shield on all of your allies within 40 yards, which is massive, and it is a big shield for 10 seconds. So just boosh, I have a shield there. Does this guy have a shield? No, I guess they're not allies. I suppose you have to be in a party group. So that's going to be good, because that's just a big AoE barrier that you can use to mitigate a lot of damage. If people are rotting on your team, you just pop that, and then you can use that to sort of pad their health, so then you can help pick them up, which is fantastic. I'm loving it. Next we have Evangelism, which is unchanged. And the PvP talents. So this is very interesting. I like what they've done here. So we have Tier 1 PvP talent. You can choose between any of these three. So Relentless, Trinket, and Adaption, they haven't changed. But this is really interesting, because if you notice, none of the talents on the side, they're changed. So I can play exactly the way I want to play. So if I want to play again, if we're playing against melee and I'm going to need some like really bursty heals, or I know that the match is going to be really short and I don't need to use Shadow Word Death, I can go Powered Radiance, Ultimate Radiance, so I have a big heal and it's instant. I can go Strength of Soul, so I get physical damage reduction, and Archangel to bomb heals. Alternatively, I can go with this, so it absorbs a ton more. Does that alter it here? No, it does not. But that's really cool. Again, we can go Dark Archangel and Archangel, so you can have both of these, which is amazing. Searing Light. I really like what they've done. So you can have double Dispel and all that. So this is probably the best case scenario that you could imagine for Disc. A couple of changes could come along, but altogether I'm fairly happy with what they're doing. Now let's talk about stuff that I don't like or that should be changed. So number one, I'm glad that they got rid of Plea. Plea was a really unfun mechanic. I didn't like having to put Plea on someone and then use Power Word Shield. It just wasn't fun. Alternatively, what they've done is your shield is basically acting as Plea, and so that puts atonement on people. But the only problem I see with that is if you want a bigger shield on people, you have to put a shield on them and then put a shield on them again, so then you get the benefit from atonement for your Power Word Shield. Next is Shield Discipline. I really liked the old Rapture. It let you have passive mana regen, which was really great. But what they've done here is when your shield is completely absorbed, then you get, some max mana back. But that's going to be what for raiding, and even then, it might not be that great, because Mindbender on the 1 minute cooldown, I'm sure people can do theory crafting on this, is probably still going to end up giving you more mana over a fight than Shield Discipline, because a lot of the time you're going to be wanting to refresh your shield before it expires, so then you can I've just completely blanked. You want to refresh it before atonement expires, basically, so you can benefit from atonement. So you don't have the tiny ass shield, which is completely fair, but I think it's just a little bit of an oversight. Do I want to see Plea come back so we can avoid that? No, I don't. It's just going to be something I'm going to have to live with. And other than that, I'm actually quite happy with what they've done. I'm very happy with Disc. I think it's going to be one of the stronger healers in PvP. I think that RMP, Vanguard's Cleave and all that, that'll probably come back. Disc is going to be a lot more of a unique and you'll be able to use it for a lot more comps, because it's going to be able to deal with a lot more now, which I think is fantastic. That's what it needed, because Disc got countered by a lot of stuff, and now we have the ways to deal with lots of damage. So I hope you guys enjoyed my not so in-depth analysis of the spec. Sorry it was rushed. I just know I waffle on a lot and it's already 16 minutes, so I'm just going to end it there. I'm going to try and get some more footage of the beta out. I'm sure you guys have already seen a ton of the beta footage if you're interested, but I just like making these videos, so I'll be trying out some PvP and some dungeons. So if you guys are interested, subscribe so that you're notified when the new videos come out, and I'll see you guys in the new videos. Peace.